Need a longer video than that. I was hoping to have some water there, but nonetheless, it is time for the wrestling talk. We're going to preview WWE Bad Blood, but first, just a quick look at the week. Didn't get to the Raw recap that I wanted to on Monday, but to Conrad's question to start, thoughts on the NXT Black and Silver rebrand? I like it a lot. I think it looks very, very sharp. Anything is better than the 2.0 stuff. We can all agree on that, right? But this makes it feel just a little bit, a touch more legitimate. And I have always had a bit of an issue with NXT because I think that it should strictly be used as a developmental brand. And so, like, a lot of, okay, well, we have to do it, we're going to take it here, so we have to do this thing, and we're going to take it here, so we have to do that. And the slightest amount of times, the developmental part kind of gets lost in it a little bit. And so I think they've done a better job of kind of reining that in. And I think, to Conrad's point, no better example than with Trick Williams, who gets the championship back in a win over Ethan Page in what was a pretty fun match on Tuesday night out in Chicago with CM Punk as the special guest referee. But there would have been some times where Trick Williams, with some of these new guys coming in, I guess with just the one, with All Ego Ethan Page coming in, and I think there would have been some times where he would have been either fast-tracked to the main roster or whatever. I think Trick Williams is over as fuck. And I think he is incredibly talented. But I do think there are some things that need to be rounded out a little bit. Like, you watch the intro video where like he's on this like CW local news station, and he's doing a NASCAR interview or something. No, it's college football, because CW has college football. He's doing all these things, and it's like, it's not as polished as you would like it to be for a guy who obviously, like, he has charisma and he has so much talent. Like, that there is a lot there that still, I think, needs to be harnessed. And I think you can get a legitimate star out of this kid, no question. And you kind of already have, right? Like, whoop that trick. The chant is over. People get so excited to see this guy come out, and he has put on some baller matches, even if Dave Meltzer didn't like some of them. He has been really fun to watch in a lot of these. And so I like that they are continuing to roll with him instead of, well, you lost the title, now you can go up to the main roster and kind of flounder along with Carmelo Hayes. I think, have a real project with him, and I think it's a whole lot of fun. But overall, like, the whole NXT show was great. The women's title match, maybe you would have liked a bit more of a legitimate finish there, but Cora Jade and Roxanne, I think, would be an interesting tag team and provide a little bit of personality to a tag team division that would need it. But I think they can be some real good heels on the top of the NXT women's roster for a bit. And combined with what you have with Julia and Stephanie Vacour, I think that you can, like, the mix and match all of those and have a pretty good, like, 6 months to a year with all of them. Roxanne, I was skeptical of the heel turn to begin with. I think that she is perfect in kind of the, I'm just saying as a type, not as a comparison of their skills, but kind of a Rey Mysterio type, where she's smaller than everyone, but everyone loves her. There's just something infectious about her personality, and you fall in love with this girl. And she's so exciting to watch and so talented to watch that when they turned her heel, it's like, that doesn't really fit. But she has really embraced this heel role and done a tremendous job of kind of cultivating that character. And it's been so much fun to watch her do that. And now, like, she had a great match, I thought, with Julia. I think she's going to have some great matches with Stephanie Vacour when she officially comes in, and adding Cora Jade, who plays that heel role to a T. Right? And I think that having her back now really does add some things. Like, the NXT women's division is, like, right there from having about 5 or 6 extremely talented stars ready to go. Like, they are going to be the Detroit Red Wings of just, like, well, they are overdeveloped in NXT. There's going to be a few that make their way to the main roster and really revitalize things. Not that they need it, because I think the main roster women's divisions are actually okay. It's kind of the tag team spot where they need the help, and that's why I think Roxanne and Cora Jade as a tag team is actually kind of interesting. But they have a lot there that you can really work with, and at the top, I think it's interesting. Only thing I worry about is NXT Black and Silver killing NXT NA. Kind of seems like it. doesn't it? On the last USA one, or one of the big shows they had, Jordan Grace did her open challenge thing. But aside from that, like, we had the end of the Rascals MSK thing. We had that kind of come to an end, and that felt very endy, right? And we haven't seen Joe Hendry in a while. There's been very little NXT involvement over the last little bit. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I hope that overall it continues. But it doesn't need to be an every week or even every month thing. It can just be an every once in a while, oh, holy shit, there's Alex Hammerstone. And he comes in. Also, how fucking cool was that to see Alex Hammerstone in WWE? Even if it was just NXT. I really love his stuff in MLW. And I think there's something there with that kid. Anyway, but every once in a while, like, oh shit, Moose has popped in. And I think you can do that a little bit more the other way as well. Because there's quite a few talented people in NXT right now, but there's a lot of them that just aren't quite main roster ready just yet. And so you only have a couple hours of TV every week, and like, Level Up is what it is. But I think having some people go down and do like actual like 2 or 3 month feuds with TNA, I think that's where the real value of that relationship is you only have so much TV time. If you can use TNA as a little bit more of a developmental, and then like, yeah, like Conrad said, create some dream matches, right? Bring in Speedball versus Trick, right? Do that. That would be so much fun. Do Josh Alexander against fucking anybody. That would be a blast, right? You can do a lot of those things. And so I think the relationship there is still probably there. But I do think that you are going to see probably a little bit more of it reining back a little bit, and just as a surprise, like, oh shit, you said his name and he appeared, out comes Joe Hendry, right? I think it's gonna be a little bit more of that.